Hey everyone, how's it going? In this video I will be showing you how to make this blow dart for your blowguns or air cannons or anything that requires a dart to shoot, I guess. They're very easy to make. They have a nice sharp tip and the cones are easily made with Scotch tape and some hot glue. So for this project what you will need is these flags that they use at construction sites. You can also use a clothes hanger if you need it. You'll need scissors and some form of wire cutter as well. The cones will be made out of Scotch tape. The tape I used in this video is fairly thin. I don't know if I like it yet. I haven't really tried it out very much. You'll also need hot glue. Another thing that is recommended is this cone. It's just made out of some thin cardboard, and I taped it up into a cone to make making the dart cones a lot easier. It's a lot of cones. So this just simply speeds up your process, makes everything more symmetrical, I guess you could say. So all the darts are the same. So what you need to do is cut 2 to 3 pieces of tape, and the first layer of tape needs to be sticky side out, so that way you can remove it from the cone. And then you simply add another layer of tape. In this video I'm adding 2 layers of tape because of how thin it is. So I have 3 layers total, sticky side in on the outside and sticky side out on the inside, so just kind of opposite. I do like this cone a lot. It makes making these a whole lot easier and a lot faster. So now what you're going to do is you're going to want to trim off your excess tape just to a certain extent. You don't have to trim off too much, just to make it easier to work with. So next what you're going to do is you're going to, I guess in this case, remove the orange or whatever color flag from your wire. You can also use a coat hanger. Those work just as fine. I'm cutting this one to approximately 5 3/4 of an inch. I prefer 5 1/2. Doesn't make that much of a difference. I just kind of eyeballed it for the video. Somewhere close to 5 inches is what I would recommend. They work fairly well as darts. So there it is, 5 3/4 of an inch. So now what you're going to want to do is just cut off a little bit of the tip of the cone. I actually already had a hole, so I probably didn't need to cut it off. But if you make your cones right, you will need to cut off just a tiny bit. So here, being very careful, I used my wire cutters to create a series of notches in one end of the dart. And what this will allow is for the glue to grip better onto the dart instead of just smooth metal. This also bends it quite a bit, so you will need to straighten it out. Here I am attempting to straighten it out. Yeah, sorry about not filming this, but it's just me straightening a piece of wire. It's somewhat straightened out. And as you can see, there are notches now on one end for the glue to grip. So now simply insert one end of the dart into the cone. My hole was too big, so I added another piece of tape to make it tighter around the dart. You don't have to do this if you make your cones right. I did not in this video. Okay, now insert one end of the dart into the cone and then apply hot glue to the part that you notched. I did not apply enough here, so I will be adding more later. So just keep that in mind that you will need quite a bit of hot glue. I would recommend twisting the dart as you pulled it down. This just evenly distributes the hot glue, makes everything kind of stay together a little bit better. So I added more hot glue, and there I am twisting the dart, making sure that everything's spread out. Another thing is you want it to be even. So make sure that the cone is not leaning over to one side or the other, because that's not good. It won't fly as straight. Okay, so then you just let that glue cool. Okay, so the glue is now cooled, and what you're going to do is you're going to size it to your blow dart or your blowgun. So if you press it into it and then kind of twist it, it will leave a ring. And what you're going to want to do is cut along that ring. I recommend leaving a little bit extra so that way you can trim off more if you need to. Don't trim off too much though, because then you'll have to add more tape to make the cone a little bit bigger, which isn't that big of a deal, but it's just more work. Okay, so now I'm simply testing it out on a small piece of pipe that I use to make my blowgun. Just seeing how it flows. You can adjust this to your liking as well. Got a little bit stuck, so what I'm going to be doing is taking off very, very thin slivers of tape. Just to kind of let the dart slide easier. I would recommend this, but make sure that it's not too easy. You still want it to stay in the tube until you actually blow on it. Okay, so that's nice and flat, which is good because it creates a better seal. So here I am testing it out again, and as you can see, it flew a lot better and actually left a mark on my wall, and that is still unsharpened. So on sharpening it now, what you're going to want to do is get your dart and your wire cutters and put the dart in at an angle and just trim off a little tiny piece of the end. And this will leave a sharp edge and point on your dart. And there it is. Nice sharpened point. These are great for target practice or lizards if you can hit them, as well as birds. I will have another video up hopefully soon about making these into a type of broadhead that's a lot more effective on larger game. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. So make sure to leave a like and a comment down below, as well as subscribe. Thanks for watching.